Hello, kings and queens. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Budgets with Elma, and today we are going to work on how to do a monthly budget. Okay? Typically, I usually do bi-weekly budgets because I get paid twice in a month. But for today's purposes, I am going to show you how to do a monthly budget from A to Z. Okay? And it is very important to have a budget, so I'm going to break down the basic steps on how to achieve that. But before I get into it, please like, share, and subscribe if you are not already part of the family. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming here. I am happy that you can spend your valuable time with me. Okay? And if you're new, I hope after watching this video, you will decide to become part of the family. Okay? Now, let's get into it. Okay, so before we can do the monthly budget, we have to determine what are our fixed expenses and what are our variable expenses, okay? And by doing that, we will print our last 3 months of our bank statements, okay, or credit card statements, and just go through it, either using a highlighter or circling it, put what is bills, what is variable expenses, okay? And fixed bills are what we take care of our 4 walls. That would be our housing, okay? Whether that's a mortgage or rent, okay? It would be your utilities, okay? Any of those bills that are reoccurring and you need them in order to live, okay? You need them in order to live. Our variable expenses are more things that we do spend on a regular basis. However, there are things that the amounts are different, right? And they fluctuate, right? So things like groceries, gas, personal, beauty. If you have kids, that would be one of the variables. Shopping, and it goes, eating out, and there's different categories. But let's first determine those fixed expenses. So once you go through the statement, which is from 3 months or so, if you cannot find any bank statements because you do not use a debit card, you do not use a credit card, then at that time you would just track your expenses for the month and see what you are truly spending your money on and what expenses that you have that comes in on a regular basis. Okay, so once we have determined our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, okay, then we can begin to start doing the budget. Okay, so first step is let's determine what's your income. Your income is any money that is coming in, right? For your services, whether that's working at a job, a side hustle, right? Or if you have some family members that are giving you money due to them rooming in your home, or you guys are roommate, whatever that income is, that's what you would put on the top. So for me, I get paid $1,500, right? $1,500 is the income that I put as what I can take care of my expenses, right? So my income, the $1,500, is after I have taken out my mortgage amount and my 401k, okay, my medical, okay, any deductions that I have at work, okay, and a couple of other things that I need to take out prior to that, right? My tithes, okay, and my Roth IRA contribution. So after all of that's been taken out, I am then left with $1,500, okay? So I'm going to put $1,500 here. And I always leave myself $1,500 to pay for my expenses every paycheck. So I'm going to put $1,500 here, another $1,500 here, which equals $3,000, okay? So I'm going to be working with $3,000 to do my budget, okay? And I hope I'm in frame so you can see it very well. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and write May, okay, since I'm showing you how to do a monthly budget. Okay, my fixed expenses, okay, I'm writing mortgage here, but me and my husband, we never put the amount here because we like to keep that private, okay? But me and my husband, we do split our 4 walls right in half, okay? But if you're doing a budget and you're a single person, right, a single individual, or you're doing it with your spouse, it's optional for you to, put your income if you want to or not. And of course you will be able to do it independently, if you feel comfortable, or if you also are a YouTuber and you may not feel comfortable putting it there. But typically you would put that there, right? That's one of your 4 walls. I have my electric, okay. And my electric is for this month actually is I am budgeting it for 130. Okay. I have a HOA. All right. And my HOA is $100. I have car insurance. Okay. And my car insurance is typically $234. But me and my husband, we split that right in the middle, right? Remember I said me and my husband, we split our four walls. And so I only pay $117 and my husband pays $117, which equals the $234 in full. Okay. The internet, okay. The internet is for $100. It may varies, but for this month, I believe it may run in the 100. Okay. And my State Farm insurance, and that is for my life insurance, that is $19. Okay. Now, I'm not including my trash and water, which is one bill. My husband takes care of that fully by himself, and he does take care of a cell phone company, right? The cell phone bill for the whole family, because we are in a family plan and everybody has a phone. Okay, so we are in a family plan of 4. My oldest, she has her own phone that she takes care of her by herself. Yes, it's such a beautiful thing when your girl is working, right? My daughter takes care of her own little cell phone bill. She was with us, but she's like, you know what? I want to get more things added to my phone, so I want to get my own independent phone. So she did that. So my husband is only paying for 4 lines, and he takes care of that. So that is not included in here. But yes, we do have a phone bill, and he takes care of that. We do have trash and water bill. My husband does take care of that. And then the other things, we do pay the 4 walls together. So now when I add all these expenses for the fixed expenses for the month, okay, so we have here my mortgage. All right. So that one is already paid. And me and my hubby, we take care of that right at the beginning of the month. Knock that out. And so right here for our electric, we have 130. Okay. For our HOA, we have 100. For our car insurance, I have 117. Remember me and my hubby, we split that, right? Not the 117, but the 234, right? And so 117 is my amount. And $100 for the internet, and $19 for my State Farm. Okay, that gives me a total of $466. Okay, for my fixed expenses for the month. For my variable expenses, I have groceries. Okay, and for groceries, I will be putting 300, meaning 1,500 for every 2 weeks, okay? And when I am shopping, even though I'm budgeting 150, my husband pays the difference, okay, of whatever we're missing when we're grocery shopping. But when I get paid, I am allocating only 1,500 for every 2 weeks, okay? Excuse me, 150, not 1,500. Sorry about that. Okay, so for gas, which is for my vehicle, I put $100, okay, for the month, because I put $50 every 2 weeks. For my personal, okay, / beauty envelope, I'm putting 100. Okay, $50 for each week. For my kids, okay, I'm allocating that I'm putting $40, meaning $20 for each 2 weeks, okay? So 40, okay. Toiletries, okay. I'm putting $40, $20 for each week, okay? So $40 for the month. For shopping, if we need anything additional, I'm putting $40. For eating out, okay, and I am having a girlfriend's day out, so I'm with my friends, so I am budgeting $100 to spend to eat out, okay. For Mother's Day, okay, I'm indicating $200, okay, for spending time with my mom, okay. So let's add up all our variable expenses, which are our cash envelopes, right? And these you can do them based on how much you have left after taking care of your fixed expenses, okay? So these are the amounts that I have determined as my cash envelopes. So for groceries for the month, I'm determining $300. For gas, I'm determining $100. For beauty, $100. For kids, $40. For toiletries, $40. For shopping, $40. For eating out, $100. For Mother's Day, right? And we did have a good time, all right? And so that is a total of $920 that I am budgeting for my cash envelopes. For my other expenses, okay, I have my credit card payment for the amount of $150. I have my toll fees, and I do take the turnpike to get to work. I do live far from work, and I like to put money on my SunPass account, and I just keep adding 40 every month, and that's the amount that I put in there just in case as I'm using the SunPass. As the money lessens in the account, then I add another 40. But for this month, I am determining I'm putting only 40, right? All right, I have Netflix, $22. I have Amazon Prime for $8. Okay. I have Canva for $13. Okay. I have CapCut for $5. I have Apple storage because I do use Apple in order to record on my phone. Okay. And so that's a total of $3. And then my daughter, she is part of a wedding party. She's the flower girl, my youngest daughter, who's always putting her little fingers in my video. Okay, so I just purchased a dress for the flower girl, right? That is her position in the wedding. And my cousin just sent me the link and we bought her the dress. So she'll be ready for when the big day happens for my cousin. She'll have her dress to be the flower girl. So after we add all these other expenses, right? That gives me $150 for my credit card, $40 for the toll, $22 for Netflix, $8 for Amazon, $13 for Canva, $5 for CapCut, which I use that for editing when I'm doing my videos, and $3 for my Apple account storage, right? And $100 for a dress I purchased for my daughter. So that gives me a total of $341, okay? Now we're going to go into my savings section, which I love the best. This is where you make, right? You're paying yourself first, right? I love that. Okay, so this section for my emergency fund, and I'm abbreviating it because the box is a little small, I am putting in $57 in my emergency fund, okay? For my monthly saving challenge, and I'm going to abbreviate that as well, savings challenge, I'm indicating that I will be putting $150 in there, and that's my little mini saving challenges. And for my saving challenges, all right, my regular saving challenges, I am putting in there $88, okay? All right, so now I'm going to add just this section up because that will give me a number to let me know how much to deduct from my overall amount. And once I get that, I will be able to know what I will be putting in my buffer. And my buffer is an account that I use just in case my other categories The amounts may be a little different than what I'm budgeting for. I will have extra money as a cushion to take care of the expense. For example, the electric, I said I would be paying $130. Let's say when it gets deducted, all right, automatically, it may be for $150. So the additional $20 will come out of the buffer account, okay? Because that's where my automated payments are withdraw from. So I like to leave a buffer in there. And so an extra amount just in case the money that I am budgeting for, just in case I'm a little bit off based on how much the things may calculate to towards the end. When that auto pay hits, if I'm under or over, this account will cover that amount, okay? So let me add these for now. Okay, my emergency fund is getting $57. My mini saving challenges, which are my monthly saving challenges, are getting $150. My regular saving challenges, right, are getting $88. That gives me a total of $200, and I'm going to write it here, $295. I hope you can see everything in the frame. Okay, and now I am going to then add all the categories that I have so far, including this amount, and that will let me know how much I will have left to add into my buffer, okay? So let's add everything in. So for my fixed expenses, that total is $466. For my variable expenses, which are my cash envelopes, that is $920. In my other expenses, okay, category, that is $341. In my savings account, where I'm paying myself first, okay, which is very important that you do so, saving for the future, that amount is $295. When I add everything in, that is $2,022, okay? So now I'm going to take this amount, okay, all right, and minus that from my total income, okay? And that will give me my buffer amount. Let's try it. So 2022 minus 3,000 of my monthly income equals to $978. So that will be the amount that I will be putting as my buffer. My buffer will not only take care of anything that if my budget is a little off based on my expenses, it will take care of the additional amounts that needed to be covered. Also, this amount is what I leave to do my next month mortgage payment, my half. Because again, me and my husband, we do split our mortgage in half, okay? So this will take care of a little bit of the mortgage payment and all these other contributions that I mentioned prior, okay? Like my tithes for the upcoming month and so forth, okay? So this is very important. So now that we have that number, 978, okay? So we know that is the total. So now I'm going to write at the bottom, my income is 3,000, okay? So we have that number there. Now I'm going to take the 3,000, right, which is my income, 1,500, which is 3,000. I'm going to now minus everything that we talked about. Fixed expenses, 466 minus 920, all right, which gives us 1,614. We're going to now minus my other expenses, which are 341, okay, equals $1,273. And now we're going to minus, okay, we're now going to minus my expenses up here, right? So we're now going to minus that. So we have that amount. We're now going to minus, sorry guys, 295, which are the savings. Okay, leaves us 978. And then we're going to minus the buffer, okay, which is the 978. And that gives us a zero-based budget. The proof is in the writing, okay? So when we take 3,000 of income minus 3,000 of Expenses gives us a zero-based budget. Okay? And that is how you do a monthly budget. Okay? You first write down your income. You then write down all your fixed expenses after going through your bank statements or credit card statements. And if you don't use either of those things when paying your bills, you would then pull your bill statements that come in the mail on a regular basis and write those amounts down. If those amounts vary from month to month, you would take the first three, since we're using 3 month statements, right? The first three bills, you would then add those three bills and then divide them by 3, and that would give you a range, right? Approximately of what amount that between those 3 months, what your particular bill can be. So after you write your fixed expenses, you would then write down your variable expenses. And those are the things that you do spend money on after looking through your statements, that you spend money on a regular basis, okay? Some of them can be wants, some of them can be needs, but you want to narrow them to things that you really need to survive, okay? So you need to eat, you need transportation or gas to get to where you're going. If you use public transportation, then you would put that in your transportation section. And if you need beauty or toiletries, if you have kids, you would have a category. If you need to go shopping, eating out, personal expenses or family fun, these categories can vary based on your particular life situation, but you need to have them because these are monies that you are spending on a regular basis, right? Your wallet, your cash wallet, some people call it. Again, some people call it variable expenses, and some people just call it cash envelope, okay? That you use for when you're spending throughout the week or bi-weekly. And then you write down any additional expenses that you may have or debt on this side. And always you want to save something for tomorrow, okay? So again, I did my expense, fixed expense, variable expenses, any debt or additional expenses, and then my savings. So then I add all my income, and then I minus all my expenses, okay? And then that will give me a zero-based budget. I hope this video has helped you on how to do a monthly budget. Again, my name is Budgets with Elma. Thank you for coming to my channel. And before you leave, let me know when you do your budget or your budget with me or plan with me, because people call them different things. How do you do it? Do you do it monthly, bi-weekly, or weekly budgets? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Again, thank you for spending your time with me. My name, again, is Budgets with Elma, and I'll see you on my next video.